All right, all right, all right. We're live with CBC, Coastal Boxing Club. I'm here live with Xing Ming.
Chi Ming in the building. What's up?
What's going on, Xing Ming?
Oh
So
man,
we're
I
going to
can't
start
call.
off here.
What we going? What we going? What we doing? What we doing?
So everybody already know what's going on with the whole Logan Paul stuff. What's going on with Logan Paul and Mayweather? So let's try to break that whole fight down now. So how do you actually have that fight going down?
Well, how it's going down? Come on, man. This is come on. Let's just be real about this. This is a money grab. Okay, strictly a cash grab on both sides. Okay. Mayweather is just doing this. This is just a cash grab. I see the fight going the way that I predicted it to go. Mayweather gonna, how can I put it? He gonna put on the show. You know, he's gonna make it look like Logan Paul might stand a chance. You know what I mean? He gonna fucking put on a fucking show to make it seem like this motherfucker actually got a chance at winning. Just like he did with Conor McGregor. He gave Conor McGregor chances and make it look like he was gonna really do something, but he fucking beat the shit out of him, you know what I mean? So, and then that's what it's gonna end up being. And then after a while, it's gonna be like, all right, never mind. I'm gonna turn it up and I'm gonna get him the fuck out of here. But like, come on, man, talk to me. Like, Mayweather could afford any of these old motherfuckers that want to fight again. You know what I mean? Like, he could afford, like I said, he could afford Oscar De La Hoya. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like this ain't about legacy for him. He just trying to get that bread. He just trying to get that paper. That's all this about.
Like,
I mean, come on, man.
Like, the only thing I keep thinking of is, you're right, it's a money grab. It's definitely a money grab situation because Logan Paul is coming from a background of doing a lot of videos on YouTube and all that. To me, it's like he's trying to transition from YouTube star to boxer. So how I see how the fight's gonna happen now is, I honestly think this dude actually might have a chance because he's actually one of the younger guys who Mayweather's actually fighting. Hey, you have to get some props.
All right.
You have to get some props to the Paul brothers now, because you never know. Like, they might be the ones to take over the whole boxing industry right now.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do. All right. Okay. Now, if that's the case, right? All right. Now I can see some of the things you might say. All right. Mayweather, what? 5'8", 5'9". He about to be 160, the heaviest he ever been for a fight, probably, you know. And then you got Logan Paul, like 6'2" or 6'1", 6'2", and he coming in about like 190. So, you know, bigger, younger. I mean, he probably stronger. He should be. I don't know that for sure, though. You know what I mean? Size don't mean every motherfucker thing when it comes to boxing, dog. And
we all know that's true.
About to find out. And Logan Paul about to find out it's levels to the shit, man. He's about to find out it's levels to this shit, man. He gonna find out that he gonna find out real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's a different level. Like, who did he fight? He fought one time. He fought Kasai, and he ain't even fucking win the fight. Like, he didn't even win. Like, this is strictly popularity contest. Mayweather is cashing in on their popularity to have a reason to come out here right now and fight and do this damn fight. Because other than that, man, I can't see like. But the funny thing that's crazy about this shit is that we're gonna watch it though.
That's the thing.
No matter what happens,
a lot of people is criticizing this fight and saying they're not gonna watch it, or Mayweather's gonna win easily, or Jake Paul's gonna win easily. In the end of the day, people is going to pay for the fight and watch the fight.
First things first, if there's any fucking body out here in this world right now that thinks that Logan Paul is going to win this fight, I need to talk to you. We need to have a fucking sit down. We need to have a one-on-one, because I need to figure out where the fuck your head is at. What dope you smoke on a regular motherfucking basis that you would actually put your hard-earned cash down on Logan Paul to beat Floyd Mayweather. I mean, I need that dope in my life. I need that dope. Do you have that weed? Do you have that? Because if you have that, then you need to pass that shit. That shit you smoking right there, I bet you money, as good as that weed might be, you ain't smoking that shit right now saying, you know what, I think Logan Paul can beat Floyd Mayweather. You can talk all that shit you want, but you know for a fact that ain't happening. No, sir. It ain't happening, dog. It's not even a look, man. I bet like so much on this shit on it. I wouldn't. It's to the point that I wouldn't bet, because it's such a sure bet. I wouldn't want to take somebody's money like that. Like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some bullshit, bro.
That's definitely what you're saying. Because here's my breakdown of the fight. I have Mayweather knocking Logan Paul out within the first 4 rounds.
Okay.
He's gonna play with him for the first 2 rounds. He's gonna play with him for the first 2 rounds. He's gonna come in there with the third in the third round, hitting him with the jab, back up, jab, back up, working him. He's gonna catch him with something silly, because he's gonna try to come in there all crazy and he's gonna be headhunting. He's gonna be headhunting for the knockout the whole time. He's gonna gas himself. He's gonna get himself tired, and then that's when Mayweather is gonna take advantage of him. He's gonna give the fans a show, because he always does. When does he not give the fans a show? Every time he fights, it's a holiday.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I've always said that, like, when he fight, it really is like a holiday. Everything shut down. People try to, what fight party we going to, who house we going to go watch the fight at, what club, what bar, whatever. Yeah, it's always a big deal. So, like, it's kind of feel good to have the buzz of a Mayweather fight going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's against fucking Logan Paul, it still feel good. I still, he's one of the best of all time to me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm always looking to see him fight, but I just wish it wasn't this motherfucker here, man. Like, I don't. I'm just being real. I just don't like this shit.
I mean, think about it. Mayweather had multiple opportunities to fight anybody else, but he chose to fight this guy.
It's the money, man. Come on, dog. Like, come on. Like, think about it. Like I said, why else? Like, who? Okay, he don't want to fight nobody and get his hands dirty. You know what I mean? Him fighting Canelo would be big as hell right now. Like, really, really, really fucking big. You know what I'm saying? It would be the biggest fight in boxing, easy. But like, not, it ain't even close. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to be able to, but he don't want to take a chance and get knocked the fuck out by Canelo, or lose a fight to Canelo. You know what I mean? He could take a chance to say, I'm gonna fight a young up and coming guy. You know what I mean? Or anything like that. But he could lose. And if he lose, then that messes up his legacy. Like everybody's gonna always look at that. This is a win-win because you in there, you're fighting a guy that you know you can clean up. You can get him the fuck out of here and it's nothing. And he gonna make millions and millions of dollars doing it. So why not do the shit? Like why not do the shit? You remember when he went over to what was that, Japan? And he fought that kickboxer when he went over there and did that shit on that New Year's little shit he did like a couple years ago. Like
Takashi.
Yeah. He fucking went in there, punched him in his head a couple times, knocked him out in one round. You know what I'm saying? That was, and he made like millions of dollars and it was nothing. Clean, quick work. Conor McGregor, he made a whole shitload of money. And he played with Conor McGregor. Played with him all the way up until it was time to get him the fuck out of there. So it's like, come on, man. Like this shit is a cash grab. And I'm not mad at the cat. You get your money. Both of y'all get your money. I don't give a damn about that. But they both know what this is. And the one thing that's funny, I know this ain't got nothing to do, it's like really like off topic, but Jake Paul, his brother, I would have rather seen Jake Paul fight Mayweather. If we're gonna do this shit, if we're gonna do this, then I would have rather seen Jake Paul.
I'm 100% agree with you on that. Because when I first originally heard about the fight, I was assuming it was his brother, not him.
Right.
And then once I actually did my research and found out, oh, it's this Paul brother who actually is fighting Mayweather. And then I was like, whoa, easy fight. Because out of the two brothers, I think Jake Paul is more of a boxer than Logan Paul.
Yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt about that. No doubt about that.
So
I can't. I've only seen Logan Paul fight one time. You know what I'm saying? And when he fought,
right.
He looked sloppy. It was his first time, so you can't knock it. But one thing I can say is that his brother looked like a more polished fighter than he does. His brother looked like he got it more than. I mean, he's only fought a couple times too, but it just seemed like he got it more. So if we're gonna do some sideshow fuck shit like this here, then I'm all with. I would have rather it been Jake. How about that? I'd have rather it been Jake. It would have been. It would have probably. I don't know. It probably wouldn't have been much of a difference, but it would have been more intriguing to me. You know what I mean?
Right. It would have been more of a fight because you already know how Jake Paul is. Crazy guy, crazy. This guy had the nerve to disrespect Mayweather though. It's like that's what drives me crazy. It's like if he can do that, what else is this guy capable of?
That's what make this fight more intriguing. That's what make him fighting Jake Paul more intriguing. You feel me? Because they just make it more intriguing because that hat shit, that would make the fight a more lit situation. Like I know it brings attention to his brother, but it wouldn't be the same thing as if this happened like before they was getting ready to fight. Man, this weekend, this would be way more crazier. It'd be double that. Plus, Jake Paul can at least say, yo, I cleaned up an ex-UFC fighter, you know what I'm saying? I cleaned him up. I got him out of there in one round. You know what I'm saying? I beat up another athlete, a tip-top athlete that can jump all over the world. Nate Robinson knocked his head right the fuck off, got him smooth out of there. You know what I mean? He can at least say that. Logan Paul, fought to a draw with Kasai. Get the fuck out of here, man. I would have rather it been them if it had to be this. I mean, it is what it is. It's still Mayweather going to work. And I like to see that because I really want to see that because the stuff that we was talking about, they got stuff to do with the other topic that we gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And that's that Pacquiao Spence fight.
And then talking about that fight, that is wow.
Yeah,
I would consider that's gonna be the fight. To me, I consider that fight of the century because you have the greatest let me put this. Let me correct it. Of the year, of the year.
All right,
Best
okay,
fight of the
yeah.
year.
I'm about to say Century. Come on now, let's go.
Because I have seen some great fights, and this
Hell yeah.
might be one of them. It just depends on what Pacquiao shows up that night. Well, I can tell you this though. Pacquiao ain't gonna go in there and get knocked out the first 2 rounds. I can tell you that. That's not gonna happen.
Nope.
Because a lot of people think because Spence is the bigger guy, you know, he has a leverage. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But what I see for that fight is basically Pacquiao going in there. Pacquiao is gonna probably win by decision, and if I do give Spence any chance of winning, it will be by knockout within the first 3 rounds. If that was to ever happen,
Is that how you really seeing it for real, man?
like if it was to ever happen, like if Pacquiao was to get knocked out, it would be in the first 3 rounds.
Okay.
Because I feel like Spence is gonna go in there with being aggressive, try to be. He's gonna try to be. You know, he's gonna try to prove a point. He's gonna try to say, "Yeah, look, I can be in the mix with this guy," and you know, changing up your style to fight like somebody else. Because he did say, you know, how do I beat Manny Pacquiao? You fight fire with fire. You know, what is Pacquiao fire? His speed. So you're gonna try to match his speed and fuck around and get knocked the fuck out.
Well, all right. Okay? So you think that Spence is going to try to outspeed Manny Pacquiao?
No doubt about it. Yes.
I don't believe that. And I'm gonna tell you, look, listen. All right, look. I'm picking Pacquiao because of the fact that I'm biased. I ain't even gonna front. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm picking it because I'm biased. All right. I fucks with the young. I fucks with the OG. I fucks with the old lion. You feel me? So I'm picking Pacquiao to win. All right. But I'm gonna be realistic about it. I pick Pacquiao to win because of riding with him, and then on top of that, he's fought guys big like this before. Like he beat the dog shit out of Antonio Margarito at 154. You know what I'm saying? And Margarito like 6 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? So Pacquiao fighting Spence, it's going to be about the same type of situation what he looking at. You know what I mean? In regards to like height and size, it's going to be the same thing as like looking at Margarito. So I know Pacquiao ain't worried about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But Spence is going to try to beat him the way Mayweather beat him. It just makes the most sense. Don't let Pacquiao let his hands slide because you'll fuck around and get caught. See, that's what happened to Keith Thurman. Like Keith Thurman, like everybody who lets Pacquiao let his hands fly, you're not gonna beat him. You're gonna lose because he can catch you with all kinds of punches from different types of angles. You know what I mean? You don't want him throwing, because that's all he want to do is throw punches. He don't want to stand there and just look at you and size you up. He's trying to hit you as many punches as he possibly can. That's just how Pacquiao works. That's how he do. You know what I mean? And Spence is going to try to muscle him because that's your best bet. Because he's small as fuck. Why try to sit there and let this motherfucker throw his hands? You get off a combination, you pop him, you use your range, you use all of that. Use that shit to your advantage. And if you do it like that, if you watch the tapes, that's the blueprint to beating them. Like, everybody always talk about, like, you know, Pacquiao lost a lot of fights, man. I always talk about, you got to look at his record. It's different. It's weird. You know what I mean? Like, he got 7 L's, but he got like 3 L's in the last like fucking 15 years. And 1 L was a crazy knockout. I mean, it is what it is. Then the other one is the Mayweather. And then the other one is the fucking Jeff Horn, which was some bullshit. Straight robbery. You know what I mean? Straight robbery. So you got a crazy freak knockout that I still think fucking Marquez was juiced up in that motherfucking fight on steroids. And then you got the Mayweather fight, which was gonna happen regardless. That was an L regardless. And then the Jeff Horn shit. So like he really ain't been losing like people make it out to seem like it make it seem. But like if he's throwing his hands, he could beat anybody out there, man, in that weight class. If you let him throw his hands at you, your best bet is to just neutralize him. Like try to get your shit off and clutch him and clinch him and get your shit off. It's ugly, but it can be, you know what I mean? Because it can be effective. Or like you said, try to go for the knockout, just try to get him out of there early. But that I don't know. Was that pack working? Now, yeah, man. I mean, I'm picking Pacquiao to win, but it's not. But I'm not saying it like there ain't no way Spence can win. Like hell no. Like Spence can definitely win this fight, win this shit, going away. But I'm riding with Pac-Man on this one. I'm just because I like the way I just like the way that he hasn't looked no different to me. Like everybody always talk about how old he getting and everything, but he looks no different. He does not look like any different than what he did when he fucking got knocked out by Juan Marquez in the fourth fight that they fought. And that was fucking over a decade ago, man. He still looks exactly the fucking same. The hand speed looked the same, the movement, everything still looked the same. Keith Thurman almost got knocked out in that fight in the 6th round, man. Adrian Broner almost was fucking dizzy a few times. Like these are supposed to be young lions,
right?
So you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, look, and then that goes to tell you, age is just nothing but a number. And
oh no, that shit don't mean nothing no more, man. Like we need to just stop even talking about that shit right now because that just legit don't mean nothing no more, fam. Like it don't. Like you look at Tom Brady. You feel me? Look at Tom Brady. He out there giving motherfuckers bars on the football field. And he like 166 years old, dog. He old as shit. He's like, you know what I mean? And he out there still giving motherfuckers bars on the field because he take care of his body. Things ain't the way they used to be. Like Pacquiao being his age is not old anymore. Like not in this day and age. The nutrition era, that's what we live in. You know what I mean? You can stay in shape. If you do, it's what they've found better ways to take care of the human body. Like, and if you got the money, then you really in good shape. If you got the money to take care of your, you know what I mean, to deal with all the stuff that comes with taking care of your body, it helps to have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get all the good training, all the proper training. So like,
I mean, wow.
Hey, look at Mike Tyson, man. Like, come on, you really thought that, like just he got in good enough shape to actually go out there and compete and fight. Like it's different now. Why do you think all these OGs want to come back and fight? Because they feel good. They feel like they're in good shape. They feel like they can do the damn thing. You know what I mean?
Right, and then, I mean, if you really want to talk about, like you say, OGs coming back and fighting and everything, but you have to look at this guy, Pacquiao. Pacquiao hasn't taken a break. He's been active this whole time. Mayweather, he retired, but he still kept in shape. He's not letting his body go down to shit and everything. He's keeping his body right. He's eating right. From all the videos that I've seen with Mayweather, it's like, hey, this guy doesn't look any different since I saw him last time in the ring. I mean, the only difference I see now is like, hey, he got a full patch of hair. Okay, that's the only difference I see. He have hair and he have a beard. Like shit.
Well, I still want to know how that all worked out, but
like you said, money can get you anything.
Money can get you anything, and that's all I'm gonna say about that whole hair situation with that shit. That chia pet shit he got going on, I don't know nothing about none of that.
I mean, shit. I dig it. I dig it though. I dig it.
You
New
dig it?
look. Yeah, new look. You never know. Might come in there with a first round knockout.
Oh, hey, I ain't like I said. I'm not knocking it. I don't. Hey, I still think that shit is like some shit that you just like threw seeds in your head and shit. Threw seeds all over your motherfucking face and shit like that. Got some water and just started motherfucking just and then the next thing you know, bling blow, you got you a whole chia pet hair piece and a goatee and shit. Like that shit look real freaky to me. I can't really call it though, bro.
Right. But man, oh man, the fight I would love to see is Pacquiao versus Mayweather.
Again.
Oh God.
You really want to see that again?
Oh, definitely, because that would be definitely a fight to watch.
I don't know, man. I'm not really the biggest fan of wanting to. I don't know about that one, dog. Keep it a buck. Mayweather is just so smart. Like, I really feel like if Mayweather, I don't know, man. If he really, really took Pacquiao serious for real, I still think he beat him again because he just got that blueprint, man. It's just hard, man. I used to tell people all the time when Mayweather was fighting, and you know, you go to a fight party and people are sitting around and they're talking about like, oh well, he can do this and he can do that, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If Mayweather do this one thing, you can't beat him. And the one thing is if he makes sure he don't get hit, if you look like you getting too aggressive and you get on him, he grab you. If he get his room and he throw his pop shots, he could pop shot you, hit you with the straight right, throw the jab, and then throw the jab to the body every time you keep coming in close. He'll do that. And then the next thing you know, you keep getting close, he'll grab you. He can do that and beat everybody in the world like that. Because he just know how to do that shit. As long as he don't get hit, that's the whole thing. Like, is he still sharp enough to not get hit? Because if he's not sharp enough, you know what I mean, then somebody like Pacquiao, who's active as fuck, take his head off. You know what I'm saying? If he can't get out of the way of them punches like he used to. But if he can still find a way to be elusive, you know, slip, slide, get in and out of there, and then throw that, the straight right is still gold. He'll bust people's heads with that straight right until he's 50 years old if he wanted to. Keep it a buck. Hey, I'm just keeping it all the way tall. He could just beat you with one hand. Like every time he throw it, if he missed one, he throw it again, he pop you with the next one. Like the dude is really, really sharp. And the size difference is what bothers me about fighting Pacquiao with these other guys, because Mayweather looks so much bigger than him when they fought. You know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine what Spence is going to look like. If Spence used his size, he'll win. But if he try to mix it up like he did with Sean Porter, he's going to fuck around and get his ass beat.
Exactly. Right. And I completely agree with you with on that one. Because, you know, I feel like Errol Spence, you know, he's a big guy. Yeah, he's definitely a big guy. But, you know, you got Pacquiao with a whole bunch of experience, and you know, I got to throw this in. I also have to throw this in there. They're both southpaw fighters, you know.
Yeah.
And we spoke about this before. You told me, you know, Pacquiao fought with a whole bunch of southpaw fighters, but who was the only fighter Errol Spence fought that was a southpaw?
I don't know. I think he fought Danny Garcia to try to, but Danny Garcia ain't no natural. Like, he's converted, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, and even still, regardless, he did that to try to set himself up to be ready to fight Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it real. Spence is nice, but has he ain't fought nobody as nice as Manny Pacquiao, has he? You think he has? No, right? What do you think? Who's he fought as nice as Manny Pacquiao?
the thing is, you can't really compare Pacquiao to anyone who Earl Spence fought because Pacquiao is one of the GOAT. Like when I compare Pacquiao, I think of Mayweather. I think of Sugar Ray. I think of
Copy.
Yeah, I think of like Shane Mosley and stuff like that. That's who I think. That's
Copy.
what level I think he's on.
All-time greats.
Like, who do I think has a chance with him? I could say, yeah, Earl Spence has a chance with Pacquiao, yes. Because of his age, no. Because of anything to do with Pacquiao, no. Just to do it with the type of fighter Earl Spence is, Earl Spence is he's a warrior of a fighter. He came from the bottom to where he's at now, He struggled, It's a different mindset. This is about discipline and everything. And what I see, I can see that Earl Spence has that discipline.
Yeah, shit, man. Look, you gotta think he bounced back from, you know what I mean? Car accident, man. That car accident was crazy. I seen the pictures and you know what I mean? Like that car was fucked up. And then like hearing about some of the, things that happened, like the injuries that he sustained, like, damn. And then for him to come back after that, and then he watched Danny Garcia, straight watched him. Like, did Danny Garcia win a fuck around? He watched Danny Garcia. And I don't know, man. Like I said, Spence wins if he fights with size. But I tell you, we talked about that Sean Porter fight. That's key. That's key. Because if he go in there and he walk and he stand in front of Pacquiao like that, then it's gonna be a long night for him. Like that's just I don't, because I haven't seen any decline in Pacquiao. Contrary to what people might say, I haven't seen it. I've been trying to see it. I haven't seen it.
Right. Look, so this is the fight that you was just talking about, with Earl Spence and Danny Garcia.
Yeah, man. Like it wasn't even a close fight. Like this shit wasn't even close. It was a wash. And Danny Garcia is supposed to be like I give him like a top 10, top 15 welterweight. Definitely a highly credible win.
No, you cannot take that win away from Earl Spence because he definitely won the fight.
No, Spence is beating some good fighters now. Don't get it fucked up. Spence is beating some good fighters, but he is not for anybody on the level of Pacquiao, even at Pacquiao right now, even at his age.
And you have to add in the speed. You have to add in the years of experience. The discipline. This guy fought with the best in the ring. His ring IQ is unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
So for anyone to say, Spence got this is a walk in the cake, I'm sorry, they can kiss my.
No way. Listen, I've seen Spence, like even with the little footage you watching now, like he watched Danny, but Danny hit him with some pretty good shots here and there every once in a while. Pacquiao will be there in much more prime form than Danny Garcia will be. Plain and simple. I like Pacquiao's chances, but I don't like him if Spence fight the way that he should. I'm gonna keep it real. If he fight like he should, like if he go in there and be like, look, man, I'm not finna let this little motherfucker near me. I'm finna just stay on the outside, throw this jab, he get close. Spence lead with the jab, he come with the jab, and then he pop you in the body. Like that's what he do. And if he keep doing that, it's keep him out, use his range, he'll beat Pacquiao, dog. He'll beat him easy too. Beat him going away. But if he try to fight him like he fought Sean Porter, it's gonna be a long night.
So look, here's some clips that some of Pacquiao's best knockouts right here that I'll show you right here.
See that, man? Like, look, he's coming. Like, the Pacquiao's going to throw punches. That's what he do. He's going to throw punches. He's going to throw a whole bunch of them fucking things if you give him the opportunity. But the way you nullify him is really you're going to have to grab him. You got to grab him because look at this shit. This shit is like
exactly. Like the thing is, you can't stop these punches from coming at you. So like, what do you have to do? What can you do to avoid those punches? The only thing you can do is just grab the motherfucker. You know, grab him. Or like, what else can you do?
Yeah, because see, here's the thing. Like when you look at these videos, like if you look at Pacquiao, this is when he was a youngin'. Like if you could go through these videos and you beam it to right now, the way he looked right here, you know what I'm saying? Damn. Like if you beam it to right now, and like where he's at now, it's the same dude. Like it don't look like I'd be like, okay, like the Tom Brady factor. You feel me? Like Tom Brady doesn't look any different than he did 20 years ago when he started. He doesn't look any worse. You feel what I'm saying? Some people say he looked like he in better shape now than he was when he was 25. So it's like Pacquiao the same thing. When I look at the tapes of him as a youngin, knocking people out, the movement, the hand speed, it's the same as it is right now. There ain't no difference. So if he's still world class, he never was not world class. He's still world class. So Spence got to watch out for that. This is the best fighter he's ever fought. I don't give a fuck. He's the best fighter he's ever fought. So he just got to watch it. If he fight with size, he'll win. But if he try to mix it, I'm going to win me some money.
Oh, it's looking good for you.
Oh,
it's definitely looking good for you.
Well, I'm riding Pac-Man.
And definitely I am too. There's no doubt about it.
I'm riding with Pac-Man. This is when he fought that fucking guy, Broner shit.
Oh man.
Okay, see this. Okay, see now this is what I'm saying. Like you show those clips, like this is the same guy. Like there's no difference. Look at there's no difference. He still come at you from all different types of weird angles. Look, he just the buzzsaw just coming at you.
And you have to really think about this too. Like Adrian Broner is a bigger guy than Errol Spence.
No, he's not.
I feel like he is.
No, he ain't. No.
How heavy Broner comes in at fight night?
Shit, man, Broner is a big junior welterweight.
Okay.
Broner is basically Manny Pacquiao in a lot of ways, because he's fighting at 147 and he ain't really no 147 pounder. Like he's not like his best weight to fight at was 140. Like Adrian Broner's power didn't really go up at 147 like that. But yeah, man, like Pacquiao didn't look no different. He don't look no different. Like he don't look no different. Like
he still have the speed, he still have the head work, he still have the footwork. You know, the only thing is, you know, his age is going up.
Yeah, I mean, you never know when the bottom will fall out. You never know. Like that's the crazy thing about like athletes when they get older. Like they could be in the tip, you know, in the prime. They could be not in the prime, but they could have a great year or have a couple of good fights, and then it'd be that fight when you be like, oh, well, he's still good, he's still kicking ass, and then he go out there and the bottom fall out. Like that's it. Like he ain't got no more left. You know what I mean? So that could happen. You always got to worry about that with an older fighter. You do. That's facts. But I can't say that until you give me a chance. Like you got to, like he didn't show no signs of it. Like it ain't no signs. So
and you have to really think about this. This fight was on what? Only like 2 years ago.
Yeah. The The Thurman fight was 2 years
2
ago.
years ago, and this is about 3 years ago.
That's 3 years ago. Yeah.
So you look, and you have to really put that into another perspective. Out of the two guys he fought, you know, he looked great. So you're telling me Pacquiao's gonna come in there all sloppy and stuff? No, that's not happening. Definitely not happening.
Sloppy? So, you mean sloppy in regards to like out of shape and not ready?
Exactly, not ready, out of shape. That's not happening.
Hell no, that ain't finna happen. You know damn well that's not finna happen. The man, even if the man get knocked out in the first round, he gonna be ready to fight.
Right. So, just for everyone to hear, what is your prediction for this fight?
All right. See, this is fucking weird. I'm going Pacquiao split decision. I'm sticking with that.
All right.
I'm going Pacquiao split decision because I'm just gonna ride with the old horse. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? I'm me being, you know, a boxing enthusiast, casual boxing enthusiast. Even though I say if Spence fights, you know, the smart way and uses his size and his reach, then he could win easily. But I think the dog in him won't let him do that. I think the dog in him will stand there and want to mix with Pacquiao. And that's what's going to make it a great fight.
You know, I agreed with you when you say 12-round split decision for Pacquiao. I agree with you 110% with that.
Oh, shit.
But I'm going to just twist it up just for everybody here on YouTube. I'm going to just twist it up. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a 10th round stoppage Pacquiao.
10th round stoppage? Oh, shit. You jumping out the water.
10th round stoppage.
You jumping out the water. You really think Pac-Man could get him out of there?
I think he can get him out of there. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Pacquiao is going to have to be put in 110% from round 1 to round 10. I think the first round, you know, either one or two things are going to happen. They're going to try to figure each other out. Or, you know, Spence is going to try to, you know, jab his way in and use his weight against Pacquiao to show him like, hey, you know, I'm the bigger guy here. You know, try to check him a couple of times. But in order for Spence to do that, you know, he's going to have to try to swing out of pocket. So
you think you're going to mess around and get caught with something?
Right. So that's why I'm saying either one or two things are going to happen. You know, Spence is going to go out there all ready to fight. And then, you know, it's going to be one of those type of fights. Or, you know, the first round's going to happen and Spence is going to try to figure Pacquiao out. See what he's working with, you know. See how powerful he is. See what, you know, if I can hold one of his punches. And
yeah, now that's another thing that comes into play. Like I said, if Spence get caught, you know, by Pacquiao a couple times and he think that no matter what Pacquiao hit him with, it ain't finna hurt him, then shit, why not stand in front of him and mix with him? You know what I mean? That'll make it a better fight. But if you want to, I mean, but if I feel like if he fights smart, he can win. But if he mix it, I got Pacquiao by decision. Like I'm riding with that. Yes, sir.
I definitely dig it because, you know, I know the fight's going to go 12 rounds. But there's something telling me like, yo,
I don't know, man.
I no listen, hear me out. Because I feel like there's a big statement to make with this fight here. There's something way bigger in play than just Errol Spence. People think, "Mate, here I'm gonna fight Errol Spence and retire." No, that's not happening.
Well, if he win, he gonna be looking for something. I don't know what might be. But I mean, yo, he might retire. This dude might be president of the fucking Philippines for all we motherfucking know. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you got to take into consideration too. If he decided to run for president over there, ain't no more fighting. You know, so it's a lot. It's a lot of weird shit with him, and you know, it's a lot of stuff that you can speculate and talk shit about all day, all night. But if he wins, well, first of all, his legacy is already cemented. You don't really got to do shit else. He already got it locked in. Like he already won titles in 8 weight classes. Like ain't nobody probably gonna ever do that shit. And like he didn't beat everybody. He didn't beat all the who's who of the little guys except Mayweather, pretty much. He beat all of them damn near. You know what I'm saying? So like I can't.
So that's what I'm trying to say. There's a whole bigger picture in play. Like, okay, like he didn't have to fight Spence. Like he didn't have to fight Spence. Like, he could have been one out, or like he could have been at one out and retired, or fought somebody else.
You're right about that though.
He wants that belt. He wants that belt. And
yeah, you're right though. He could have just cashed easy checks. He was about to fight Conor McGregor. Like that shit almost happened. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have did shit like that.
But like I said, there's a bigger picture into play. What do you see happen all the time between Mayweather and Pacquiao? Mayweather fights Ricky Hatton. Well, look what happened. Pacquiao fight Ricky Hatton. What happens? I feel like he wanted to fight. What you say his name was Conor McGregor. I just feel like that's just another way for him to try to, hey, look, I want to fight you still.
Wow. Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, what you're saying is, if Pacquiao fights Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor goes out there, and Pacquiao fucking bashes his skull in and beats the dog shit out of him in like 2 rounds, and then he looks at Mayweather like, look what I did. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that, could you?
Right. Right. So he's like, he's like, forget that fight. Let me fight Spence, someone who's way better than who you just fought.
Yo, he about to fight Logan Paul. So Mayweather, automatically, Manny Pacquiao talking shit right now already.
You get in my drift now. Now you get in my drift.
He talking shit right now. Like, man, look at this fucking bullshit. Everybody making fun of low key, all the for real. Like nobody's gonna knock him for getting his money. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But for real, all the real professional fighters in the game, past and present, are like, bruh, come on, dog. This where we at?
Exactly. So look, now you have to compare the two legends. Like, not taking nothing away from Money Mayweather. He's making his money regardless.
That's Money Mayweather.
But what I'm trying to say with Pacquiao is like, I feel like he still want his vengeance for Mayweather, and he's going to try to put a little hints out there and little things for people to know, like, hey, yo, look, I'm better than him, or I'm this than him. I'm better than what I was.
You are right, 150%. You're right. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He doesn't have to fight Errol Spence. He can fight somebody that he knows he can beat. He'll make good money, and his legacy don't get messed with. he is fighting Earl Spence to try to get Floyd Mayweather to come out of retirement. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no other way. Because like I said, that makes what sense do it make? Because if he beat Earl Spence, then he could look Mayweather in the face and be like, what now? You know what I'm saying? Like what you got for me now? You know what I mean? Like you don't want to fight me now? But then again, I say this. Spence, if he beats Spence, why would Mayweather fight him? Why would Mayweather fight the man? Like it's not a win. It doesn't seem like a good situation for me. Like I'm not gonna want to come
But
off
now,
like.
but listen to this. Listen to this. You're thinking about it in a fighter perspective. That's how you're thinking about it right now, in a fighter perspective. Mayweather's not thinking about it in a fighter perspective. If he beats Spence, if Pacquiao beats Spence, and for Pacquiao and Mayweather's fight again, that's a big money fight. That's like a mega fight right there.
What, Pacquiao Mayweather too?
Yeah, that would be a mega fight.
Come on, man.
I think if the money's looking right, there's nothing stopping Mayweather from taking that fight if he's the money man.
Look, the money will be there. That's not even the question. It's, does Mayweather want to take a chance and fuck around and lose that zero? That's what it's about. You want to lose? Do he really want to risk losing the zero? Like, why do that? See, Pacquiao's willing to risk it all. That's why he's out there. But you got Mayweather. He's saying himself, why do that? Why jump out into the water with these young lions and fuck around and get my head knocked off, and I don't even make as much chicken. So it's like I fight these weird ass fights where I get a different crowd other than boxing fans, because the boxing fans are going to follow Mayweather to see what he's doing.
Regardless.
But to get a beam on a whole other crowd, like that's what he did. That's why he fought McGregor. That's why he went over there and fought the dude in the kickboxing. And that's why he's fighting Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's fighting guys that bring a different audience to the table, so there's more money to be made. You know what I'm saying? This man, his name is Money. They call him that shit for no reason. You dig? Like, he has this genius, man. He's smart. I'm not gonna say he handpicked all the fighters that he fought. Like, you know what I'm saying, with Mayweather and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say that, because he beat pretty much anybody that you can think of, you know.
And he fought a lot of the greatest too. So
I just know, but I know a lot of them guys was tailored to his style, that he could get you the fuck out of there a whole lot easier. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he fought a lot of guys that was tailored to his style. Like, he just really did. Like, he didn't really, like, down the later, in the early stages, yeah, he was beating boxers the fuck up. Like, Pretty Boy Floyd, to me, I put Pretty Boy Floyd up against anybody, pound for pound. I put Pretty Boy Floyd, the 130, 135 pound Floyd. Oh man, fuck that.
Now listen to this.
Shit.
Whenever I see Floyd Mayweather comes out to fight Paul, and I see that Mayweather was going to determine what I expect from here on out, because there is so much rage in this fight between these guys. Even though it's not per se this guy who he had the beef with, it was his brother, but in the same day, they both gonna get it the same way.
Yeah, man, because Mayweather, I know Pacquiao really, 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 really feel crazy about that first fight. Like, I know he really, really feel crazy about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Um, he just that shit just burning because he know he fucked up. He knew he had the chance and he fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? He went in there hurt, and not only did he go in there hurt, he just went in there with the wrong game plan. Him and Freddie Roach had the wrong game plan. So I look at it like when you got now, who knows what it would be? But I know Pacquiao is fighting to try to get that man to come out and fight him again. That's definite. Do I think the fight will happen no matter what? If Pacquiao fights Spence, then shit, man, people should all be trying to fight Pacquiao. Everybody should be trying to chase him. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I think Pacquiao's aiming for. Pacquiao's aiming to fight Mayweather after he fights Spence. And if that fight doesn't happen, oh well.
He'll fight Bud.
Between Pacquiao and Mayweather. Yeah. If that fight doesn't happen, he's just gonna fight all the best, everyone whoever else is better.
He'll fight Bud. He'll fight Bud Crawford. He'll fight Bud. If he was to beat Errol Spence, he still might fight Bud Crawford, even if he loses. But if he beats Errol Spence, that's probably more than likely what would be the next fight for him. Because I just don't see Mayweather doing it. That's just my opinion, just from a fan. Like I just don't.
No, right. Like it's logically no. Why? Why fuck up your nice, perfect 50-0 record? Why?
Yeah,
justify this guy again when he already fought me. I already beat this guy. What? Like, there's no reason for me to fight this man again. I beat him.
That's how Mayweather can go about it. He could be like, I beat you, and you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I have to do that again? So I don't know, man. I can't. I would love to see that fight. I would rather see than any of the shit Mayweather doing right now. Of course, like I said, I'd rather see Mayweather fight Jake Paul. So I definitely would rather see Mayweather fight Pacquiao again, especially not knowing. But here's the thing: Pacquiao been active, Mayweather hasn't. So I need to see Mayweather fight Logan Paul and see how serious he is for real. If he take it serious and he look like he still can fight world class, then why the fuck not? You feel me? But if he looks sloppy and stupid, like he don't give a fuck and he know he can beat Logan Paul no matter what, like the way he did with Conor McGregor, then I'm gonna be like, all right, look, Pacquiao beat your ass.
Oh, look, I'm gonna just put something out there. Look at this 10th round.
What's that against Keith Thurman?
Right.
Yeah, Keith Thurman in trouble, but Keith Thurman fought strong at the end of that fight. The second half, he fought strong. Mm-hmm. It's just Pacquiao. Just, you know what I mean? Just
I swear, from all angles.
They're just coming from all angles, man. That's what I mean. It doesn't look any different than he did 15 years ago. It don't look no different.
Right, and that's the thing. People's worrying about his speed. Yeah, okay, yeah, your speed. Yeah, you can just throw that jab real quick, whatever. But that's what you have to worry about. The punches you don't see, the punches that's coming overhand, like the under, the uppercut. You don't know what the fuck. This man is a fucking spider for all we all fucking know.
This dude, he really do be throwing the weirdest punches. Like they come from every fucking which way, and like if you look like it's like Keith Thurman is like, okay, that's coming from one way, but it ain't coming from that way. It's coming from another way. The angles just be goofy. You just throw from goofy ass angles. Real tough fighter to deal with, man. That's why like a lot of that's why like I just don't get it. Like the way the bad name that Pacquiao get, I just don't understand it. Like he done fought everybody. And then not only that, like he got a couple L's, but all his L's was really like before he became like a fucking tip top fucking superstar. Before he beat up Marco Antonio Barrera the first time, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. I can't call it, bro.
Right. So
But
you heard my prediction for that fight. Well, did you tell me your prediction for the Mayweather and Paul fight?
no, I didn't. But I mean, why the fuck not? I mean, I don't really give a fuck about the fight. It's bullshit. But okay, so since we gonna call, since I called Pacquiao by decision, and that's just off of like off the love and respect for the OG. But for the Logan Paul Mayweather fight, I'm saying fourth round knockout Floyd Mayweather. He gonna play games. He gonna put on the show. That's what he do. And then he gonna turn the Jets on, and he gonna get him out of there. And then he gonna scream. He gonna fight his brother. Where your brother at? He took my hat. He took, give my hat back, bitch. Yeah, I can see it now, man. I can see it
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
He
Give
don't
my
want no.
yeah,
He
back,
don't want
back.
no. He don't want no Pacquiao smoke, dog. Like, let's keep it tall. I don't think he want that smoke. I think he want to just fall back, make money, and make more money, and just don't get hurt.
Right.
For real. But
But to change up topics real quick, so the Wilder and Fury 3.
man, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah. Okay. That's the fight I want to talk about for real. Because this fight got so much extra shit on top of extra shit that's behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, this fight wasn't even really gonna happen. Like, Tyson Fury and them really just was like, oh, who Deontay who? Like, oh yeah, we finna fight Anthony Joshua. Like, like they really just was about to just bypass him. Like, he didn't even fucking exist. Like, it's real crazy the way like Eddie Hearn and them went about that shit. Like, it was real unprofessional. But I already feel like I know what that's about. Like, that's more politics bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I respect Deontay Wilder's camp though for trying to, keep it in play. Like, don't be fucking around. Like, we want this fight. You know what I'm saying?
And
But it's so much extra shit. This whole glove
right.
shit and all that other shit. Like Deontay Wilder with the suit coming out in the second fight and all that. I don't know, man.
Right, like there's a whole there's a whole bunch of stories what's out there, but not to try to get too sidetracked off the topic, but I feel like with all the things that was been going on, Wilder camp has been quiet this whole time. Recently spoke out on a live stream, I believe yesterday, and that live based on that live stream, what they were saying is, they waited patiently. This whole arbitrational thing is done. They won in the courts, and that's why this fight is a mandatory fight to happen. And here we are today. The fight's going to happen in July, and the fight what was supposed to happen between Anthony Joshua and Fury had to be canceled because of this whole situation that was been going on between them. That should have been working it out, but Fury, I'm guessing, try to make him step aside, or pretend he wasn't there, or I beat him, or whatever it is. I don't have to fight him again, and I fight him twice, whatever the case is. This man is the heavyweight champion. He won. I feel like he won the first fight. Something happened in the second fight, and here we are today. The third fight is about to happen, and I see a big difference in Wilder.
Well,
And
you think okay? The first fight, I got Wilder winning. Only reason why I got Wilder winning is because of the two knockdowns, and there were a few rounds that, plain and simple, Fury didn't do shit. Like he didn't really do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and neither did Wilder. So I look at it like you got 4 points off the knockdowns,
those are
and
the tops up.
those 2 or 3 rounds that just nothing happened. I'm gonna get him to the champ every time. Like, why the fuck would I give it to the challenger? He ain't doing nothing. The champion ain't doing nothing. Just fuck it. Just give it to the champion, just out of spite. But I can't give it to Fury. He wasn't doing shit. There was a couple rounds they both wasn't doing nothing. It was tired as fuck. And it's all good. You know what I mean? But the second fight, Fury won that fight. But I tell you, it didn't look like because Fury was just dogging the man. Like, it really was weird ass fight. It just, I don't know, man. Like,
It looked awkward.
the
Like
knockdowns, when he didn't hit him with nothing clean and crazy when he dropped him with the knockdowns and shit. Like, it was just a whole bunch.
His legs wasn't there. I mean, I just feel like his legs was not there, you know. I feel like, you know, he was still, you know, trying to move inside and get out the way. You know, he's tall, he's slinky. And I feel like, you know, his legs was just not there.
Facts, man. Like I don't think that he was really prepared for to, like, I think he took it light. I really think he took Fury light. I think he did. I think he took him light. I think because he almost knocked his ass out in the first fight at the end, he felt like he figured it out. And Fury is nice as fuck. Like, and I just really believe, I'm gonna keep it real. All bullshit aside, I just feel like motherfuckers play Fury because of his look. Yeah, he big, but it's not that big. I'm afraid of you big. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It looked more like Gentle Giant big. You feel me? It looked more like Big Goofy, as opposed to like if Shaq walk in the room, you like, oh shit, look at that big. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Tyson Fury walk in the room, you might start laughing because he looked kind of clumsy and goofy a little bit, but he's still nice. And like, I think he's the best boxer at the heavyweight division. Even though Alexander Usyk is really, really nasty. But right now, I got to go with Tyson Fury. He is the best boxer in the heavyweight division. But I think in regards to the second fight, I think that he definitely won. But like I said, it still feels like a weird fight to me. I feel like that it just was so sloppy and ugly. I feel like Tyson Fury got away with like murder in a way because he got the W, and it just didn't seem like in the way that you would want it. You know, like that man had you knocked out. It's a difference. You had him slipping and stumbling. He had you rocked. He rocked you with shots. Like, you were catching him with shots while he was off balance and shit. It's differences, man. The reason why the fight got stopped was because the corner knew that Wilder wasn't right. Because the corner stopped the fight. Referee didn't stop it. The corner stopped that fight. Because they knew something wasn't right with their guy. They knew it. Look, Ortiz almost fucking took Wilder's head off. You remember in that first fight? When he caught Wilder and Wilder had to fucking hang on for dear life? They didn't stop the fight then. That man was rocked. And they didn't stop the fight then. So, but you know why they didn't stop the fight? because they knew, despite the fact that he got his head cracked with that punch, when they looked at him, they was like, "Oh, he gonna be all right." They didn't see that with him. They didn't see that in the Fury fight. He was gassed. He was out of gas. I tell you, overtrained. First of all, he was too light in the second fight. Way too fucking light. You know what I'm saying? It was like 213 or some dumb shit. Like, come on, man. You got to put a couple more pounds on. You want to catch Fury. You tried to be a little. You thought you'd be faster, but like, you want to catch Fury with some power. You want to have that weight on you because he a big boy. He gonna lay on you. He tried to lay on. He laid on him in the second fight. And Fury and Wilder looked already goofy and drunk. So that's what the fuck. That's what it is. That's what happened. But the third fight, shit, man. I don't know. This a toss up for me. Yeah. I think that Wilder he got more to lose than Fury. You know what I'm saying? If Wilder lose, he'll slip behind because you'll still have Anthony Joshua up there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then Fury will still be in the mix. He'll be the top heavyweight for sure after that. If he beat Wilder again, then everybody, you had to recognize him as like the best heavyweight. Even though Joshua got more belts. You know what I'm saying? You still would have to recognize because he beat him again and there's no bullshit. He beat him 2 out of the 3 fights. That's that. It's over. It's done with. But if he fight him and, so Wilder has more to lose. Wilder got to win this fight. If he want to stay relevant, because like I said, Usyk's coming up. You got Joe Joyce that's coming up. You got, what's his name? Frank Sanchez. You got a couple of heavyweights that's trying to make some noise out here. You know what I'm saying? They want their spot. And if you keep getting chopped down, then they're going to move in. They're going to slide into your spot. So he need to get it together. I think I'm still going to pick Tyson Fury to win by decision because I think that Fury will do enough to make sure he just don't get hit. Because I said, like, even when about the fight that I think Wilder won, that was a draw. There was a lot of times that Wilder was doing his best to try to catch the guy, and he just couldn't catch the guy. Like, Tyson Fury got their head moving on deck. I feel like Wilder will fight better than he did in the first 2 fights, but I still think he lose by unanimous decision. I still got him losing that joint.
I mean, I think me personally, I think Wilder, Wilder's going to come in there with hell of shit to give. He's going to come in there giving 110%. I feel like oh my God, Wilder's just going to go ham on this guy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Now, fool me a third time, I need to, I shouldn't be boxing. I should not be fucking boxing. I should not be heavyweight fucking champion of the world. Because
facts, man.
Because I feel like when they stop the fight, I'm like, yeah, he ain't looking good. He ain't looking good. Even if the corner didn't throw in the towel, let's say you don't know what would have happened. You don't know if this third fight will be happening today.
Well, regardless, he wasn't right, fam. He wasn't right. He wasn't right. And I still don't think he beat Fury. It's fucked up because I want an American heavyweight champion. Like, of course, you know what I'm saying? I feel like American heavyweights put the title on the map. It is what it is because of American heavyweights. So do I want American champion? Hell yeah. But I don't know if he could beat him, dog. I'm just being serious. I don't know if he could beat him. It's like fucking the head movement is what fucks me up. Like the way Tyson Fury move his head, that shit's second to none. And to be that big and to be able to have that kind of head movement, it's crazy. Wilder gonna have to really bring it. He's gonna have to be in his bag, like for real. But what I say is this: why not just go all out? You feel me? Like why not just put it all on the motherfucking table? Like just lay it all out there. Like be like, look, okay, shit. If I lose, I lose. Like, don't be scared. Like Fury, does Fury really hit that hard? Like, he don't got a lot of knockouts on his record. As big as he is, he don't really knock a lot of guys out. Now, he knocked Wilder out, but did he really knock him out? So, like, Wilder needs to just figure out, yo, can this motherfucker hurt me? Because if he can't hurt me, then I'm just finna go ape shit on his ass and just try to punch him with this straight right and get him out of here. Don't care what he hit me with, because I'm gonna get him with this, and it's gonna send him home. Like that's all. Like
right,
that's
exactly. It's them,
like,
and you couldn't say any better than that, because the fight itself, he's gonna come in there giving 110% first round. You know, that fight is a hard fight to kind of predict because, you know, it's not going 12 rounds. This fight is not going 12 rounds.
You don't think it's going to go 12? I think it's going 12.
You think it's going 12?
Yeah.
I don't think this fight is going 12 rounds.
I think Fury knocks him out again. Like, I don't think he knocks him out again. No. But I think he beats him, though. I do. Like Wilder disappoints me, man. His boxing skills, them shits is weird, man. They're weird. Like I've seen him in some fights, especially his earlier fights, that he looks way more polished than he has as he's gotten older and into the more like I am the knockout punch king, like I'm the strongest puncher in the world. Once that whole stigma came over him, his boxing skills diminished. He's given Tyson Fury's chances. He gave him chances in the first fight. He gave him chances. If he would have got Tyson Fury out of there in the first fight, there would be no more fights. There would have been no more. It's like, he just gave him too many chances, man. Like, I don't see it being too much different. The only reason why Tyson Fury knocked him out in the second fight is because Wilder wasn't no good. Like, Wilder wasn't in, something was wrong with him or whatever the hell. But, like, I don't see, like, what could he do? If he don't knock him out in 3 rounds, it's definitely done. Like, he's going to lose. That's my opinion. I just think if he don't knock Fury out in 3 rounds, he going to lose. What the hell?
How about this? You have the fight going 12 rounds, and then you have it going to decision for Wilder.
No, decision for Fury. Wilder can't beat Fury in the decision right now. I don't believe. He won that first fight, but it wasn't on the cards. It's just my opinion. Like, everybody called it a draw, and I see why you could call it a draw. But I feel like I gave it to Wilder just because, I don't know, just to fucking do it, because those little stupid little rounds that they had in the middle, a couple of them, that neither one of them did shit. But
look, I'm gonna throw a crazy prediction out there. I had 3rd round knockout for Wilder.
That's what I said. If Wilder go crazy in the first 3 rounds and just go gorilla ape shit on him and try to knock him the fuck out, then
listen,
yeah.
if the same if the same Wilder comes in that fought Stiverne 2, we have a problem.
Well, the first fight when he forced the Vern the first time actually was the best fight I ever seen Deontay Wilder fight, like a total complete fight. And it's the
Right. I
one
mean,
fight
but
he didn't, and it's the fight he didn't even knock the dude out. Like it's the one fight, the one guy he didn't knock out like in a fight. You know what I'm saying? That he won.
because that was a all box out fight.
He was boxing. He was
Mhm.
boxing. He was sticking and moving. He was definitely flexing the jab. The 1-2 was on fire.
But why I said the second fight is because he figured him out the first fight. In the second fight, he did his thing.
That's what he said about Fury. Like he said the same thing. He was like, "I'll
Some-
never
but
lose
like-
to a." He said, "I won't lose to a guy that I've already fought before."
Right,
He
but
said that
something
shit.
happened. But you know something happened that night, and we all know what's gonna happen. Come for the trilogy, he's gonna knock out fucking Fury. It's gonna be by knockout, and I'm saying third round just because I'm on camera. I'm just saying third round. I think this nigga's gonna come out on the first round on some crazy boom, boom, 1-2, body, boom, boom, 1-2, body on some crazy shit that you never seen Wilder fought before.
So you think he gonna pull some shit out of his bag of tricks, huh?
Bro, Fury's worrying about that right hand, but nigga, you always have to worry about that 1-2 power.
Well, you know what? I'd love to see it because Wilder ain't thrown a fucking jab since he beats the Vern
Severn.
the first time. Like, fuck out of here. Everybody else,
And
he just
that's
been sizing
why-
up. He just been sizing
Exactly.
up, sizing up, waiting, and stalking until he catch him with the right hand, and then he start throwing them crazy ass, choppy ass punches
Exactly.
that he like to throw.
Exactly, and like it's like you have to go back to the drawing board. You have to go back to the drawing board and figure out, okay,
Facts.
what the fuck I did wrong. What you
Facts.
did wrong is I did not do enough jab. I didn't do my 1-2 enough like I usually been doing.
He did none of that. Like he did none of it, bro. Like he didn't do none of that shit. Like he don't do it no more because he feel like he don't need to, dog. For real. Like he feel like he don't need to do it. For what? When he know it, like these dudes that he been fighting, he can stalk them and just punch the shit out of them and go home. One good punch, like that shit. But like Fury can box. Fury not gonna stand in front of you. He's not gonna stand in front of you. That's the last thing he want to do. He'll stand in front of you to mix with you, move his head and get his punches off. But after he do that, he gonna slide out, reset. Let's do this again. He's not gonna keep standing there looking at you, man.
Right.
He's not gonna get. And then, and if anything, even if he do, he's gonna do everything to make sure that he don't fucking get hit with that right hand. He'll let you hit him with anything else, but that straight right, he's trying to avoid that at all costs. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I just feel like if Wilder don't got his bread and butter to knock Fury out, then what the fuck do you got? What do you got? I don't know, man. Like Wilder, I love Wilder, but man, if you're not gonna box against a dude like Fury, if you just gonna go in there thinking you're gonna knock him out, like just throw one punch here, one punch there, no, dog. Fury nice with it. He gonna get you. He gonna fucking beat your ass up. Like you gotta come with some shit. Have some combinations. Throw some punches, man.
Mm-hmm.
For real, man. I'm trying to tell you, like
Mm-hmm.
I like Wilder, but not to beat Fury. It's a bad match. You ever heard like styles make fights?
Right.
This is a style that Wilder doesn't really want to mess around with. Like Anthony Joshua is absent-minded in the ring sometimes. Like the way he got caught slipping against Andy Ruiz, that's a mind game. You know what I'm saying? It's obviously not the training. You can see the boy in shape. The boy can box. He's an Olympian. He's you know what I'm saying? World champion. But the way he let his mind slip against Andy Ruiz, and let me know he can be had. You feel me? It's
Right.
like you let your mind slip, and I feel like he would be the one to get straight knocked the fuck out by motherfucking Wilder because he'll let his mind slip and get zapped with that right hand. But like Fury, I just don't see that, man. He too nervous. He too scary. Like you know what time it is. He fights scary. It's like, no, you ain't gonna hit me, but I'm gonna hit you, and I'm not gonna hit you that many times because I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna just let you throw your punches. I'm gonna do my Neo in the Matrix moves. Ha ha ha! Hit you with some ha ha ha, and then I'm gonna hit you with a boop bop. Turn, and we gonna start. We gonna come right back over here. We gonna do this shit again. And Wilder gonna throw goofy ass punches, and he ain't gonna be able to hit him, dog. I don't like Wilder in this fight. It's a bad matchup. I like Wilder fighting anybody else except this motherfucking Tyson Fury.
Yeah, and that goes to show because of Tyson Fury. So, his style is so different compared to everybody else. He got that Billy Joe.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Billy,
so
like Billy Joe
that would
Saunders.
be
Yeah,
that would be like almost a good matchup for like Fury if they was on the same weight class. You know what I'm saying?
but they fight just alike. That'd be a mirror match. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like it's all about the head movement. Like them boys can stand right in front of you, but they move their heads so good. The head movement is just so crazy that they can stand in front of guys. And the other thing that they do really good is duck low. Like low. Like duck really, really, really low to the point that when the punches is coming, shit that look like it'll get you stone cold out of here, them boys not to duck real low and get out of the way of punches that look like they about to really just tear their heads off. They really know how to move their heads, man. It's real sharp. Wilder really needs to dig into his bag. Whoever he's training with now, the new trainer, they need to really pull something out of him that I have not seen since the first Deverne fight. Cause like it ain't been there, dog. Like simple. He just been trying to knock people out. And I think he took Fury light both times he fought him. Both times he took him light, I think. I think the first time he took him light and didn't train like he could have. But then at the end of the round, the 12th round, when he almost knocked him out, he probably think like, oh, well, we went to a draw or the rematch, or I got this. I'm going to knock him out because I already know how he fight. So he played with it, came out there with a motherfucking 30-pound, I don't know what the fuck that bullshit he had on was, but he came out there with that shit on, and whatever, the rest is history. But I don't like I said, I don't like that second fight because I don't like how Wilder looked. But I think both of them in tip-top shape, both of them ready to go. I don't think that Wilder can beat Tyson Fury. Nope. The boxing skills ain't there. Unless his new trainers pull some shit out his ass, you know what I mean? And they find some new magic. But if it ain't, I strongly don't think so. I mean, Wilder started boxing late as fuck. Like he was like 20, 21 when he started. You know what I'm saying? So what you think, man?
You already know what I think. Wilder knockout. Same way how you sticking by Pacquiao. Like I stick by Pacquiao 110% as well. The same way I'm sticking with Wilder.
Okay, but I ain't mad at you, fam. That's what it is. We can agree to disagree, but I'm telling you right now, I just don't see it, man. I try to put it in every scenario in my head where I think that Wilder will beat him, and it's just like, nah. Wilder, I don't know, man. Like I said, unless the new trainers they pull some layers, some extra, add some new layers to Wilder's game, and he's actually willing to accept it and take it in and use it. I don't know. I mean, but then again, who knows? He might come out totally different, and show me wrong. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But right now my prediction stands. I got Fury by decision.
Okay. I like it. I think it can't take nothing away from it. I mean, everyone got their different perspective on the fight and everything, you know. Wilder, knockout. You said Fury by decision.
Yeah,
And,
I like.
I mean, but who to say? You know, Wilder won't class out and win that decision. You know, it all depends. It all depends. It all depends because you know, it all depends. Because if the same shit happened like the first fight and he gets knocked down, Tyson Fury gets back up like the fucking Undertaker now on some crazy shit. If he does some crazy shit like that again, it's like, yo, nigga, you should just take off your fucking glove and hand it to the motherfucker. Like, yo, you're the one man that I try to knock out and get back and got back the fuck up.
Yeah, man,
Like,
that's like the boogeyman for this guy. You know what I'm saying? So like Wilder, that's why I say Wilder got to go all out. That's why I say.
Yeah, because this man is total disrespect. Because this man had the nerve to freaking. He literally said, "I wanted to taste blood from Wilder," and literally tasted blood.
Yeah,
like, come on now.
Yo, the man just said the other day that Wilder must like just love pain because he could have avoided all the bullshit that's about to happen to him if he would have let him fight Joshua. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, you got to go in there and go all out. You got to go try to take his head off. And that's why I say if Wilder go crazy, like, fuck it. I either knock him out or I get knocked out, then Wilder can knock him out and it would be early. But if he let Tyson Fury settle in, see where the game plan going, see what he finna do, all that, it's going to be a long night. He going to get beat up. I just think he going to lose. Unanimous decision. No ifs, ands, or buts. But like I said, you say what you say, your prediction is what I say if Wilder say fuck it. Just say fuck it. You either gonna go in there and say, look, he may hit me 3 times, but my one gonna be crazier than any 3 he could give me. So if he can go out, if he had that mentality, say fuck it. I'm finna go in here and fight this man. And I'm gonna knock him out. Then that's what's up. But if like I said, if Tyson Fury settle in, you can fucking forget it. I got no faith in Wilder winning the fight with this dude, especially if it's going 12 rounds. Step your boxing game up, dude. You're a heavyweight champ. You're the ex-heavyweight champ, man.
Not happening, right? It's definitely not happening. I mean,
I just need him to get his step, just to step that shit up, man. That's what I need.
I mean, you know, he knows what shit. You know, only he knows what happened that night, and he knows what he has to do to fix that error. So,
facts.
As long as if he steps up that part of the game, you know, it's all gonna look good that night. Because you already know Tyson Fury. Everyone already know. Okay, Tyson Fury is gonna come in. Tyson Fury always come in looking like Tyson Fury. You know what to expect from Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury looks the same all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing.
We don't know what Wilder's gonna do.
You know, because that's a mystery. Because you see what happened. He got laid out the second fight, so you don't know what's gonna happen.
They got the new training crew, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what this, what the new trainer them, brought and what layers they done added to his game. See what he do. I just don't know if you can teach a dog this old new tricks. So we'll see.
I mean, you're right about that because everybody know what Wilder had. Wilder has that 1-2 and that right hand. So it's like, other than that, what else do you have? Like, what else can you show? What else can you bring to the table what else can this trainer teach you that you don't already have as a gift?
No, the trainer needs to the new whatever. First of all, we need to tighten these punches up. The only punches this man throws straight is the jab and the straight right hand. His hooks and his uppercuts be looking goofy as hell. Like I be like, they just look like caveman plods. Like he just be like, they just be wild and weird and all kinds of goofy ass angles and shit. Like he always be popping people in the back of the neck and inside the ear and shit. Because of the fact that he always throw them goofy ass punches, man.
Right. And his new trainer's name is Malik Scott. That's the name of his new trainer.
Oh, it's Malik Scott. Okay, well that's okay. That's a good look.
And just to go and just to clear up some news that I wanted to bring up, because a lot of people were saying that Wilder fired his coach for throwing in the towel and stuff like that, which is not true. He's still working with Wilder on the team and everything like that.
Wait, Mark Breland? No, Jake P's still around. Mark Breland ain't around no more.
I thought I heard that he's still around.
Mark Breland?
I heard he's still around, because on that interview that I heard yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, they were saying they brought up that conversation as well about the trainer and everything, about throwing in the towel and about you firing him like that. It's like he said no, that's not true. Working on his team, he did not fire him.
Yeah, that's what I said. Jake Pease, if I'm not mistaken, if I think that's his name. I be wilding sometimes these trainer names, but like I know his trainer that been training Wilder from the beginning.
Right.
The one that's been training him from the jump. He's still around. They added Mark Breland to the team, and he's been with them for a long time, but after what happened, and like I say you got to get rid of Breland anyway. Because, dog, when you fought, you was one of the best jabbers in the game. If you training a guy that can't throw a fucking jab, then you don't deserve your job, bruh. This is what you do. This is what you did. This is how you won a world title, jabbing motherfuckers' heads off. And then you going to train a dude for years on end? He can't throw a jab? The fuck? You ain't gonna beat Tyson Fury if you ain't got no jab. That you need to understand. So get your jab game up. Yo.
But no, right. I dig it because a lot can happen because this dude got this nice punching power and everything, So it's like, who am I to say, like, yo, this dude does not have the power to knock this guy out again, It's like he did it the second fight, It's like, yeah, people might say, yo, I don't have this punching power, but I knocked him out.
Yeah.
Like what else?
You can say I got enough power to knock him out. But that's neither here nor there, man. No, you got on the whole. Is that like a whole army suit you rocking right now? I need answers, man. You come to war on YouTube. Get the fuck out of here, man. Look at you, man. Get the fuck, dog. You really come on this bitch with a fuck? What you come to war? You ready to fuck people up? What you gonna jump
Listen.
in the tube?
We gotta let people know, like, yo, it's
Oh, you come.
going down.
You ain't. Well, I got green on too with the camouflage supreme.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be a war. It's going to be an all showdown. So it's talking about from the beginning of the fight, what we was talking about from the Jake Paul and Mayweather. You know, we already know what's going to happen with that fight. And then Spence, Pacquiao.
We're gonna talk more about this stuff, man. All this stuff, you know, this is like we're gonna talk more about this. Like we got plenty of time to, you know, get into all the news leading up to the Fury fight and the Spence Pacquiao fight. We got time for those. There's gonna be other things coming up. So man, we got lots of stuff, man. We're gonna get this fucking channel popping. CBC motherfucker. CB motherfucking C. This is the Coastal Boxing Club. You know what I'm saying? Also known as the Casual Boxing Fans Channel, CBC. If you don't know a lot about boxing, but you want to get into it, and you don't want to have motherfuckers try to hate on you and make you feel down because you don't know everything about boxing, then help us grow our channel, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put boxing into the light for everybody because it's a great sport, and it's always been great, but it's been so low key. And I appreciate in a way the like all these other people, celebrities and stuff, trying to bring more light to it. I appreciate that, but we need to bring more light to the guys that really are good and they're world class and they put their lives on the line for this profession. And I respect it more than anything. And I just hope that anybody that subscribes, watches our channel, will see that we just two regular dudes. We don't care about all that other shit. Judgment and all that don't mean nothing here. We just want to talk about boxing, current events, sports, whatever y'all want to talk about, whatever anybody want to talk about. That's what we here for. That's what it's about, baby. CB motherfucking C.
There you have it. I mean, there's nothing else to really say, you know.
Yeah, man.
The spice is going on, you know, and hopefully, you know, there's more bigger fights to come, you know. Like there's more fights that I would really like to see, you know, like mega fights, you know. Hopefully, soon to come, you know. We're gonna be talking about this, so you know, Joshua versus
Usyk is a possibility.
Usyk.
They're trying to figure that out. We're gonna get into that and we're gonna find out what's going on with that. Look, man, this is what it is. This is our first stream. We're just getting our feet wet. Everything's gonna be a little bit more cleaner as we progress. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have more. We're gonna have guests. It's gonna be popping, baby. We're gonna get it going.
There you have it. I mean, all else I can say is we're gonna hopefully try to make this whole live stream get better. You know, we're gonna have more things to this live stream. So we're just getting our feet wet, seeing how the streaming and how everything's working out. So you know, we're just gonna get back to that and leave it how it is right now. And you already know, this is Coastal Boxing Club.
Signing off. We out. We out.
We out.
All right. You